Okay, we're going to do an example problem in which we're going to identify alpha, a, di and theta I. We have a robot this is x naught and y naught and z naught is coming out of the page. That's a fixed axis, and then we have a joint 1 here. This is joint 1, this is joint 1, and z naught is coming out of the page. So x naught, y naught, z naught. We have joint 1 whose, let me draw this here, this is z naught, and z1 is also coming out of the page, and this will be x1, and that will be y1, this will be y1, okay, and this will be theta 1. Then we have another joint here. This will be x2, and that will be y2, and z2 is coming out of the page, z2, and that is x2, and this angle here is theta 2. That's a theta. Theta 2, like I have explained in the previous example, theta 2 is angle between x1 and x2, and theta 1 is an angle between x0 and x1. So this is, we're going to label the figure first of all, and then we'll draw a draw a table. This is I, this is alpha I minus 1, A I minus 1, di and theta. So we have 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so alpha I minus 1, I'm going to read through here the table which I have given you. Alpha I minus 1 is an angle between Zi to Zi plus 1 measured along xi. So alpha I is an angle between z0 and z1. This is z0 measured along x0. So angle between z0 and z1 is 0. So this will give me the value of 0. Angle between z0 and z1 is 0. Okay. What is the link length between x0 and x1? This is ai minus 1. I'm going to read through this. ai minus 1, the distance from zi to zi plus 1 made along xi. So the link length between Z0 and Z1 is 0. So this is 0. The link length between Z0 and Z1 is 0. Then this is offset between the both joints lie on top of each other. Therefore, there is no offset. This is 0. And the theta I is an angle between x0 and x1. So that is theta 1. So this is theta 1. That's theta 1. I hope you understand this, how we got there. Now we'll go to 2, that is the angle between Z1 and Z2. Z1 and Z2, they are both coming out of the page, and therefore the angle between them is 0. 0. And the link length between Z1 and Z2 is, this is x1, let's call this as L1. So this is L1. This is L1. There is no offset between joint 1 and joint 2, therefore di will be equal to 0, and the angle between x2 and x1 is theta 2. So this will be theta 2. That's theta. Okay, so we got this here. This is passive joint, that is there is no link attached to this length. So this the coordinate Z3 and Z2 is 0, and let me call this as L2, and the link length between Z2 and Z3 is L2, and there is no offset between joint 2 and joint 3, so therefore this is 0, and there is no link attached to this joint, therefore this theta 3 will be equal to 0. So this is the table which you should all know how to fill it out. So we are going to represent these values. You must be able to learn how to draw the axis for the joints, and then should be able to do this